Let me ask you something and be honest with yourself. What's the one financial goal you keep saying you will work on, but somehow you keep pushing it to next year and to next year, and now we're in 2026? Is it a house? Is it a dream trip? Is it starting a new course? Or maybe you want to pay off debt? Now, picture this. It's the end of 2026 and that goal is done. I don't mean started halfway. I don't mean we're 20% done. I mean finished, completed, signed, done, achieved. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a simple, realistic financial plan that helps you fund your goals without stress or burnout. And to make this easy, I created a free financial planning workbook that you can use to build this plan step by step as we go. So stick around to the end of this video and I'll show you how to use this workbook. Hi everyone, my name is Josh. I am a finance professional and chartered accountant. Please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss new content. And today we're talking about how to fund your biggest goals using a simple finance plan. Let's go. Here's why most goals never make it to the finish line. And it's not a money problem. It's more of a clarity problem. You see, most goals sound like this: pay down debt, save some money, or buy a house someday. But when there's no structure, life always wins. That's why this plan follows one simple path. First, we get clear, and then we add structure, and then we automate it so that it doesn't rely on willpower, but it relies on systems. And so, let's start with clarity. Choose one goal on purpose. If you want real progress, this part matters. You only get one financial goal because trying to fund multiple things at the same time means nothing really gets funded, nothing really gets finished. So ask yourself this question: if there's one goal that I need to achieve by December 2026, which goal should it be? And which one would change my life the most? That is the goal you should be working on. Inside my planner, the first page of it helps you lock this in by writing what that goal is, why it matters, and how your life will improve when it's done. This step helps you connect your money to meaning and it keeps you consistent. Now that that goal is clear, we need to make it practical. You see, big goals feel heavy because they live in our heads. The minute you put them down on paper, the minute you put them in writing, it feels a bit lighter. So here's what we'll do. We'll take the amount of your goal, the financial cost of achieving your goal, and we'll divide it by the time it will take for you to achieve that goal. Simple example. Let's say you want to raise 24,000 to make a down payment, or you want to buy a car in 2 years. That's 24,000, 24 months. If you divide 24,000 by 24 months, that gives you $1,000 every month. And if you earn on a bi-weekly basis, divide $1,000 by 2. That is $500 every 2 weeks that you need to spend or you need to save towards your goals. Very simple. We've broken it down. You see, when people do this, the anxiety they have towards their big goals drops automatically because now they have small steps they can easily attain towards building and reaching that final big target they have planned out initially. Once you know the number, the next step is making sure that it actually happens. This is where most plans either work or they fall apart. Listen, motivation is unreliable. Systems are not. So instead of asking yourself, will I save this month? Should I work towards my goal this month? We need to build a setup that happens automatically. This setup takes away the burden of making savings out of your hands. It takes away that decision making and does it automatically for you before your motivations, before something comes along that will distract you from your goals. First, open a separate account specifically for this goal that you have planned. Use the name of your goal to save this account. That means if you have a travel goal, call it my dream goal. If you're planning for your wedding, you can call it my dream wedding account. That way you're able to create mental separation and give yourself something reasonable, something tangible to aim for. Next, automate your savings to happen on payday or preferably a day after payday, not at the end of the month, not after you're done spending and buying groceries or doing other things. This has to happen before your spending kicks in. And even if you want to start small with $200, $500 or whatever you have set aside for your goal, remember that consistency beats perfection every single time. There's a section in the planner that talks about writing down the automated amount. This makes your commitment real towards your goal. But we're not done yet. Here's how people hit their goals faster and without stress. Months in advance, they decide what to do with any extra income that they receive. You see, in the course of the year, you might come across some extra bit of money, either as gifts, either as earned income from your side hustle, or maybe a tax return, or maybe a work bonus, or maybe you have an inheritance somewhere. But instead of asking yourself, what should I do with this money, when you receive it, it should already meet a plan sitting in your workbook. And so the psychology of money is quite simple. When unplanned money gets into your pocket, sometimes rational thinking usually flies out the window. And so we don't want to do that in the new year. Always have a plan. Maybe you dedicate a certain percentage of any unplanned income towards the funding of your goals. So you can say, I want to dedicate 50% or 70% of any unplanned income towards my savings targets. Inside the planner, there's a section where you're going to write down the percentage of any unplanned income that you would contribute towards funding your dreams, towards funding your goals for the new year. Now let's talk about protecting everything you've built. You see, life will test your plans. Unexpected invites, unforeseen circumstances, unplanned bills, impulse spending. You probably get times where you feel like you need to spend to feel good, where you say, oh, I deserve this, I've earned it, I need to spend to treat myself, maybe some retail therapy as well. Yes, life happens. So here's the rule that we need to use to stick to our plans for this year. If it's not in the plan, it doesn't get funded. Simple, point blank, period. If it's not in the plan, it doesn't get a cent of my money. You see, this doesn't mean you're not going to have fun in the new year. It just means that you're going to have intentional fun. That means you should have a budget for spending, you should have a budget to treat yourself and to relax and have a great time. The planner helps you identify what your goal is and what a guilt-free spending amount should be. Striking a balance between guilt-free spending and funding your dreams is what keeps this plan realistic and sustainable. And all that's left of this plan is just maintenance. Once a month, just do a simple check-in. Not to judge yourself, not to beat yourself down, just to see if you need to make any slight adjustment to course correct and make sure that you're pointing in the right direction. So ask yourself 3 simple questions. Did I hit my number for the month? What worked? And what needs some adjustment? You see, making this adjustment on a monthly basis, or rather than waiting till the end of the year before you course correct, helps you keep track. So you don't want to wait until 6 months to find out that you are significantly off course from reaching your plans. You want to identify those deviations early and correct them as quickly as possible. And the funny thing is, you don't even need to wait for a month before you make all these reviews. You can set up a bi-weekly review to see how well you're tracking towards your goals and then make adjustments if necessary. But I would typically recommend doing this review every month so that you're not overwhelmed by the process of corrections or overwhelmed by the process of maintaining the budget. So there's a simple monthly check-in page in the planner, so this stays really, really easy. The takeaway is very simple. You don't need more discipline. You need a simple plan that works even when your motivation is low. Your 2026 plan isn't unrealistic, it's just understructured. And if you need help building this step-by-step, download the free Unstoppable 2026 Financial Plan Workbook. The link is in the description. Now, comment below and let me know what your own financial plan for 2026 is. Mine is quite simple. I want to pay an extra $10,000 towards my car loan so that I can get it off my neck by Q1 2027. Like this video, subscribe and share with someone who needs a 2026 financial reset, and I'll see you on the next one.